Hi there, it's Jess Hamel from Toronto Proper, and today I'm with Amanda Pivar, and we are talking about the new changes with CMHC. So, Amanda, tell us what's going on.
Thank you very much for having me, Jess, today. So, as a lot of people heard last week, CMHC decided to change the guidelines for what they'll do for lending. So, the biggest change was the ratios and the credit score. So, we used to be able to do a GDS, which is the gross debt servicing of 39%, and now it's gone down to 35%. So, it's really limiting people's affordability. There's another ratio we use called the TDS, total debt servicing. It used to be able to go up to 44, now it's down to 42, which again doesn't help people when looking for a new property.
Right. So, does that mean that your affordability, the maximum house price that you can afford, is diminished based on how much debt you have, or?
That is correct. That is what a TDS is. So your GDS looks at your principal, interest, tax, and if you have a condo, 50% of that condo fee divided by your gross monthly income. From there, it cannot go past 35%. Your TDS is all of that plus any other debt. So your car loan, your student loan, your credit card divided by your gross monthly income, and that cannot go past 42 now.
Got it. And there's some changes with your credit score. So previously it was 600 and now it's 680?
It is, which a lot of people, especially I find for first-time buyers, they don't always have a 680 credit score, not because they have bad credit or missed payments, just because they're building their credit cards. They might have had a credit card before that was co-signed by a parent, and now they're just establishing their own. So therefore, you need to have a history to increase your score.
Right. I know you mentioned a while back that there are certain ways people can work to improve their credit score. So I'm sure there are resources out there to help people get their credit score up into the 680 range.
There definitely is. There's a lot of videos online. Genworth did a great one all about credit a couple weeks ago during their home buyer incentive week, and it basically had educational. So if anyone's looking for that, it's on the Genworth website. Genworth is one of the other insurance premiums we have in Canada. One of the biggest things I tell my clients, though, is 2 revolving debts with a minimum of $2,500 each helps increase your credit score and build a good credit history.
Awesome. Good to know. Yeah. And speaking of Genworth, they're not proposing any changes, correct? This is all just CMHC?
They are not. So we were not sure Friday. It was of course, CMHC drops a bomb on a Friday, but that's okay. Right. And Genworth responded first thing this morning and sent out a release saying they are not changing any of their guidelines, which is fantastic news and doesn't affect buyers as much as we originally thought on Friday.
Right. Okay. Good to know. Is there an average by which people's affordability will be diminished, or is it just case by case?
It's very case by case because every single person's unique situation is different, whether it's income to down payment to the amount of liability they carry monthly on top of their mortgage. So it's really on a case by case basis.
Right. But most people will probably see a decrease from June to July on their affordability.
On the CMHC side, yes. On the Genworth, no. And if most cases, they're actually seeing an increase. The reason why is our qualifying rate has decreased from 5.04 to 4.9%, which has helped people increase their affordability by about $10,000 on average.
Okay, great. So it is really important to get some guidance and figure out exactly where you stand.
It definitely is. Anyone who has a pre-approval started, I'm going through my list right now and redoing all my pre-approvals to see if there's any way of increasing people's affordability.
That's great.
Also seen a lot of rates falling the last week and a half, and that is even better. So for any buyers who are sitting on the fence or first time who want to get in the market, now is a fantastic opportunity. We have lower qualifying rate, we have low interest rate, and we don't have as saturated a market as we normally do with buyers who are ready to go.
Right. And we are starting to see a little bit more inventory coming to market too, which is great. We're kind of seeing that delayed spring market.
Yeah. I mean, last year we were delayed because of the basketball, the Raptors. And this year we're delayed because of COVID, and it's Toronto. It just keeps on going.
Absolutely. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you very much for having me on, Jess.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks as always for your insights. Greatly appreciated. And if anybody has specific questions about their own pre-approval, their own specific situation, they're welcome to reach out to Amanda to get a second opinion or to get some guidance on how to improve their credit score, or, you know, what purchase price they can afford right now relative to what will be the case starting July 1st.
Anyone who wants that link for Genworth, feel free to send me a message when Jess posts this, and I can definitely forward that to you.
Awesome. That's great. Well, thank you again, and enjoy the sunshine.
Thanks. You too. Bye, Jess.
Take care.